the CI Master and member of the Division CI team, ang very, very good-looking Public School District Supervisor ng NAIC, Ma'am Elizabeth Garcia. Virtual clap po. Hi, Ma'am. Morning po.
Parang hindi ako yung good-looking.
Ay, tinan nyo naman, Ma'am, sa inyong slides, at saka sa inyo,
Check yung audio ko. Okay ba
Yes,
siya?
ma'am. Yes po.
Okay, request ko rin po, okay lang ba ako na rin yung mag-present ng aking screen?
Sure, ma'am.
Okay po siya. So, una po sa lahat ay good morning, especially sa nag-iisang member ng ating top management na nandito ngayon, ang Sir Randy ko. Nakakatawa kami magtawagan, Ma'am Beth ko, Sir Randy ko. Okay, thank you so much po for having time with us. Sa aking mga co-facilitators, sa members ng ating training team, and syempre po, sa lahat-lahat po ng mga guro are present here today, yung ating mga CI advocates na talagang alam ko, ganun sila ka-willing nasimulan yung kanilang mga CI projects. Okay, so stage 1, which is assess. So we have learned also na kayo pong mga participants natin for today ay tawag dito, na-trained na parang 3 to 4 years ago. And ang nakakatawa nga po sa system natin na siguro isa din sa dapat nating i-CI. Tawag dito, peace with the management. Kasi ayan, you've heard from Ma'am Anna, we will be having our 7 months from now, we will be having our regional symposium. That is why naisipan ulit na ibalik ang CI, wherein kung tutuusin po, kung makikita natin yung beauty ng process na ito, talagang masasabi natin na pwede siyang gawin ng tuloy-tuloy since ito ay workable naman within the school. Kaya lang yun nga po, sa dami ng ating trabaho sa DepEd, ayan, nagre-resort tayo sa kung kailan po kailangan ay di doon po natin siya gagawin ulit. So with this po ay sana yung sustainability nito ay hindi lang siya para po sa ating mga presentation sa region, but rather yung susunod na natin will be a deeper more, wherein yung lahat ng mga schools ay will be conducting the CI investigation kung may nakikita na silang mga problema sa school na need nila na mai-address. So talagang kailangan nating magkaroon ng initiative kasi kung wala po yon, definitely nandun tayo sa parang in passing lang, walang pakialam kung ano yung magiging output or kung ano yung mangyayari sa ating kapaligiran. Ano po, especially dito sa ating sa sistema. Okay, so stage 1 po or the assess stage, ito po yung pinakauna na mention na ni Ma'am Laarni na we have the 3 stages. The assess, analyze, and act. So ito pong stage 1 ang pinaka dito, tungtungan ng lahat po ng mga steps. Kasi dito sa step po na ito, okay, ito po yung step we're in. It defines the objective of the project and its respective measures from the perspective of the customers. Dito po sa step na to, this step will give the full details of the whys a specific project will be chosen based from the concrete data that the school or the office have, justifying the decision of why such project was selected. Ano po, ito po yung tungtungan. Bakit ba? Dito natin marirealize na ito yung aking gagawin kasi ito yung mas kailangan sa school. Okay, so the assess stage, mayroon po siyang 4 steps. Getting organized, talk with the customers, walk the process, and identifying the priority improvement areas. So I'll be dealing with you yung getting organized and talking with your customers for today. Wherein when we say getting organized, ano-ano po ba yung makikita natin in this lecture or in this particular part? Here, nandito yung evaluation of school performance, the project selection criteria, challenges of the CI project, the CI project template, school-based CI organizational structure. Okay, ito na po yung pinaka-outline ng ating magiging topic for this time. So, evaluation of the school performance, project selection criteria, the challenges of the CI project, the CI template, and the school-based CI organizational structure. Okay, so first, let us see, ano ba yung evaluate school performance? Paano ba natin siya i-evaluate? So when we say school measures, take note, it tell us something important about our outputs and how we deliver them. They help us understand, manage, and improve what our organizations do. So pag sinabi po natin mga school measures, ito po yung mga our school like yung mga nating pag-aralan about the students. So definitely in all learning areas, in all aspects, pwede rin siyang the school personnel or even the totality of the school itself, pwedeng maging sa providing technical assistance, the physical aspect of the school, and the delivery of various resources na kailangan ng school. So pwede natin siyang maging topic. So ito yung mga measures na actually na-take for granted natin as I see, as I believe. Kasi may mga times talaga na hindi natin siya nabibigyan ng attention, especially yung output na kinakailangan natin. Say for example, the teachers. So parang ang importante lang makadeliver sila, makaturo sila every day. Parang we are not that particular kung ano ba yung magiging output, kung ang mga bata ba natin is or how our school performed based sa ating mga performances. Wherein talagang kung ating tutuusin po, dapat to really show na tayo is successful in our works, it is really the output that tells its success. So malaman natin, say for example, in every teaching, paano natin masasabi na successful ang isang teacher? Is it the way he or she delivers the lesson? Kung very fluent ba yung teacher, masasabi natin na ang galing-galing niya, the way he delivers it. So di ba hindi siya? So when I was observing, ako din ay nagtuturo, ito may estudyante ako dito. And even when I was a principal, palagi kong sinasabi sa teacher, it's not the way you deliver your lesson, but rather, kung ang mga estudyante mo ay natuto, yun ang mag-measure ng success ng iyong instruction. And same with the school head, kung sa mga part naman ng mga school heads, masasabi natin na successful ang ating mga schools depende sa performance ng ating mga bata, performance ng ating mga teachers. So ito yung mga school measures that we need to understand, manage, and improve. Take note po. Kung tayo is caring for our organization, so nandun yung puso natin na makita natin na may kailangang improve, ay gumawa tayo ng paraan para ito ay ma-improve. And this CI project is one way of improving it or improving them. Okay, so ano ba yung sinasabi ng school measures sa atin? So when we say school measures, it tells how well are we doing. So okay ba yung ating performance sa school? Mataas ba yung ating NAT? Mataas ba yung performance ng mga bata ko para masabing okay ang aking naging pagtuturo? So are we meeting our goals? Say for example, may mga standards na dapat natin i-meet. Nasaan ang level natin compared to the given standards? So are our customers, stakeholders satisfied with what we are doing? Okay ba sa mga parents? Okay ba yung mga teachers natin? Okay ba ang mga estudyante natin sa school on how we deliver our learning to them? So are we in control of how we deliver our outputs? Ano ba yun? Basta na lang, hinahayaan na lang natin. Wala tayong pakialam kung whatever ang puntahan ng ating mga ginagawa or whatever. Or andun tayo para totally, ay, eto may pagkukulang dito. We need to do something on this. So ito yung talagang nagpapakita ng care sa ating organization. Are the improvements we made necessary and effective? So yung bang mga ginagawa natin dito, and especially napaka-popular sa atin ng ating mga intervention. So is it effective? So still, the result of our actions, the result of our activities, the result of our interventions, yun ang magsasabi if yung ating mga ginagawa ay effective or hindi. Okay. So ito po yung mga sample ng school measures. Sa part ng students, take note, ito yung pwede nating pag-ukulan ng pansin ng ating magiging project. So for the students, pwede siyang enrollment, the dropout rate, attendance of the students, reflection of values, yan, cohort survival, graduation rate, child protection, child nutrition, students' performance. Say for example in the NAT or RAT, ngayon medyo hindi natin siya mako-consider at this point kasi alam niyo na yung situation natin. The feel eerie, although may feel eerie tayo, parang hindi siya ganoon ka, I mean, for me, it's not parang seriously done kasi actually, if we conducted our reading test to the students, ay syempre, it will be through phone either, or pwede siyang dito sa sa messenger, o pwede siyang mag-virtual, something like that, but it is not as effective as katulad noong tayo ay nasa normal situations or in katabi natin yung bata at naa-assess nila talaga ma-assess natin talaga yung kanilang actual performance. Also, the numerates and non-numerates. For the teachers, yung ating teacher development, the teachers attendance, and for the school, yan po, the SBM accreditation, eco-friendly, sufficient resources or sufficient infrastructures. Between po pwede natin maging focus and seeing all these things, katulad po nung binanggit po ni Ma'am Laarni, I would like to have this advanced info sa lahat, na at the end of our 3-day training, so base dun sa mga discussions namin, so you will be asked as part of your final output to prepare topics. So parang may ilan na nakapag-submit po. So if ever na meron kayong realization at gusto niyo siyang palitan, i-revise, i-reward, or whatever, so it is still open until the 3rd day. So yun ang i-ask namin sa inyo. You will be crafting your own working project title. I am saying it working kasi ito as in our experiences before, kahit na magbigay ka na ng title mo sa project mo ngayon, as you go along with the process, marami kang madidiscover na ay at the end ay parang iibahin mo yung iyong title. Kaya ang term natin dito is the working title. And katulad nung sinabi po ni Ma'am Laarni kanina that we will be the one to dictate to you ano yung ilalagay ninyo, ano yung gagawin nyo. But rather, you will be the one to think kung ano yung dapat ninyong gawin through our guidance as your coaches. Ano po? So yun po, aside from that, also together with that working project, the project background as much as possible. Kung sakasakali na kaya na siyang gawin or kung sakasakali hindi pa siya so far at you don't have the data, so okay siya, don't worry kasi mayroon naman po tayong coaching session na dahil. Okay, so to go, so to proceed, so school measures and the customers, let us see the relationship. For the students' care process, take note. So the leadership we have in our attendance monitoring, guidance and counseling, the remedial process, the learning process, take note. So it goes with the school measures, katulad itong national achievement test, the graduation rate, the dropout rate, ito ay affected niya. So it is for the betterment of our customers, our students.
Ma'am Beth, medyo nawawala po kayo, ma'am.
Okay.
Nagagalaw po yata ang inyong mic, ma'am, nadadrag. Ayan, salamat po.
So far po, naririnig po ba ako?
Ayan, mas better po. Thank you po.
Okay siya?
Tsaka may ano...
Mas malakas na, Ma'am Beth.
Yes
Okay.
po.
Nag-ready po ako kasi isa sa problema kanina. Pasensya na po.
Okay
Okay, yung po
lang
yung
po.
thank you, ma'am. Salamat po. Okay ba siya? Do I need to repeat? Sa student care process, take note po. So definitely, ay affected siya ng ating mga leadership training, attendance monitoring, guidance counseling, the remedial process, the learning process. So with that school measures, national achievement test, graduation rate, dropout rate. Lahat ng ito po is connected dito sa ating mga school measures, which is for the benefit of our customers. So sino yung customer natin on that part? The students. But definitely in the school naman po ay sila lang talaga yung ating main focus. For the professional development of the teachers, take note the in-service training, the gender awareness development. So ano yung school measure na na-address niya, yung awards and recognition, the staff development for the benefit of our teachers wherein kung madedevelop natin ng mga teachers on this process, so ang magpa-benefit din po will be our students. Okay. So for the project selection criteria, take note of this. Ito, habang ayan, nandito na kayo sa proseso, isipin na po, medyo pilitin na mag-sink in itong mga information na ito. Take note if you will be choosing a project. So it is expected that the project or output or outcomes support the targeted performance indicator of the school measure. Make sure na it is related, na may i-address tayo na performance indicator of the school dun sa ating project na gagawin. Kasi doon naka-measure ang ating mga performances. Okay, the project revolves around the improvement of the identified internal school process. Doon lang siya umiikot sa proseso, nothing more, nothing less. Kasi kung hindi tayo magko-concentrate sa isa, marami tayong pinapakialaman, something like that. So, medyo magiging magulo yung magiging study natin. So, focus lang po tayo dito. Okay, the project has outputs and outcomes which are realizable with the 6-month project duration. Take note po, ang iisipin natin. So yung bang darating na April up to September, ano-ano yung mga proseso ng eskwelahan na po pwede nating i-address na hindi mangangailangan na kung sakaling sa sem break sila papahinga ng konti, supposedly vacation bago mag-start yung ating another school year, siya ba ay maaapektuhan nito, something like that, iisipin din po natin. So yung ating pong 6 months duration of the project will go dun sa 2 months po for the assess stage, 2 months for the analysis stage, and 2 months for the act stage. Tigda 2 buwan po ito. Okay, the project or activities are generally executable and within the control of the CI project or of the project CI team. So take note po, kaya siyang i-execute at saka kaya siyang i-control ng ating CI team or through a local or division level stakeholders with whom the CI team can partner. So may mga partners po tayo. If ever na in our study ay kailangan nating makipag-partner sa mga taga-division or other stakeholders outside. So, dapat po natin din siyang i-consider. So, the project does not require a capital outlay to execute. Hindi siya mangangailangan ng ganoon kalaking halaga. Especially, we will be dealing with the inside processes of the schools. Ano po, hindi siya katulad nung kailangan nating budgetan. Unlike the training that we had, kaya po nakakaya sasabihin, katulad ni Ma'am Laarni, kinikilabutan din po ako na tawagin na CI Master, nakakaya, parang ang taas ng expectation. Pero sa nakakayaman po na ganun, pero we really, and our division ay spent too much money po para sa CI training na ito po. So may coaches kami, coaching na it lasted also for 6 months, na talagang every billing po ay mayroong payment po sa aming mga coaches. Kaya medyo madugo, aside from madugo, talagang magastos ang pinagdaanan po nating proseso. Pero this time, since this is a school process, plus your coaches will be as po, although nagre-request po kami ni Ma'am Laarni na kung po pwede mga advisor na lang kami because of the too many job ngayon sa CID. Alam niyo naman po sa field. So kung pwedeng nandun lang kami to somehow look dun sa mga projects na ganun and not to totally focus on the coaching kasi nga po ay medyo maraming trabaho. Pero ito po ay part kami dito ng team para makisama po dito sa training na ito. Yun lang. Pero kung hindi naman po mag-grant at talagang kakailanganin yung aming services, ay di gagawa na lang po namin ng paraan. Ano po? So yan po, hindi kailangang mag-require ng ganoong kalaking capital outlay. Kung may mga konti-konting merienda, so it's hindi na siya ganun kapag uusapan when it comes to the CI conduct of your project. Okay, ito yung mga challenges po natin ng CI projects that you can consider, ay baka naman tong project na to ay ganito under these considerations. So ngayon pa lang ay pag-isipan na po natin. Although ito po ay refresher na po sa inyo at kayo ay nag-undergo na ng ganitong training. So ito, tignan po ulit natin kung ano-ano tong mga challenges na to. Okay, the project selection process do not identify projects related to the school objectives. So parang kung ano lang yung nakita nilang may problema pero hindi naman siya related sa school objectives. So medyo isang tabi muna natin at parang may lugar po para doon or may other na means para po doon. Okay, that no accountability. Kasi sa lahat po ng proseso, there must be somebody accountable for that. So say for example, if we will be talking of the reading, yung naging part ng inyong training before, inyong project before na reading, so who will be accountable on that? So ang kanilang mga teachers, ang kanilang mga reading teachers. So say for example, you will be looking at the instructional supervision process. So sino ang process owner noon? Will be our school heads. So there should be somebody accountable dun sa ating project po or topic na pipiliin. So no clear process owner, yun ang sinasabi ko din na wala siyang clear process owner. There must be a process owner. Kasi paano mo siya i-conduct, ano yung sistema na i-check mo, sino yung i-involve mo sa iyong magiging investigation kung wala ka namang yan process owner. So no buy-in within the process owner. Ano po? So when we say buy-in, so kasi itong ating mga process owner, napaka-importante po nila. At dito pa nga yung proseso na talagang at the beginning, kailangang makuha natin yung kanilang acceptance and willingness to support and participate in our project. Kasi minsan kasi since we will be talking of the process, isa po sa naging problema namin before kasi ang aming project is division, para bang nakakahiya na i-address, say for example, yung the top management na mayroon tayong i-check in their processes. Parang nakakaya na ganun. Pero kung sila is magiging ganun ka open-minded, so i-set natin yung example sa school that you will be choosing. Say for example, proseso ng school head, dapat ay talagang makonvince natin siya, talagang maipaunawa natin sa kanya yung ating intention. It's not to criticize kung ano yung kanyang mga actions, but rather to really check the process for the improvement or betterment of the system. So kailangan po na una-una pa lang, una-una nating kukuhanin ay talagang yung acceptance at saka yung support ng ating mga process owner. So no concept of a customer expectation. So definitely, kailangan nandun tayo sa paano ba natin masasatisfy yung ating mga customers. It is the purpose of the CI, satisfaction of the customer para po sa betterment ng ating services. Okay, project sponsors or champions do not break roadblocks or avoid addressing resistances. Ang dami pong magre-resist kapag ito ay proseso ang pinag-uusapan. So say for example, we would like to put into study or put into this CI project, say for example, maging topic natin yung ating mga master teachers o yung ating mga seasoned teachers na talagang nandun yung kanilang resistance, ay bakit ako, something like that. So actually, it's not the people. Yun ang kailangan nating maiparealize sa kanya na it's not the people that we are trying to improve, but rather the system. Kaya lang nagkataon po na nandito yung mga taong yun at they are involved in the system, that is why they will be included. But definitely, kailangang maging clear sa kanila, it is the system that we are trying to address or to change, something like that. So treating projects as academic exercise, parang ganun-ganun lang na part lang ng academic exercise, so which is not. So ang project natin, ito ay seryoso, something like that. Kasi katulad ng sinabi kanina ni Sir Randy na talagang magkakaroon tayo ng innovation in our school, wherein after having the process, the CI project, magkakaroon kayo ng isang proseso sa school na po pwedeng magamit kung ang una yung pinaggamitan is the grade 1 teachers, pwede rin siyang magamit katulad ng mga researches natin, pwede siyang mag-replicate, magamit po ng iba at even magamit po ng other schools, even ng other divisions. Iibahin lang natin yung ating mga respondents and tingnan natin kung ang proseso ba nila is ganito rin ang tinatakbo, something like that, kung may kailangan bang i-check sa kanilang mga processes. So, isa po siya. So, we should take this CI project seriously and not just part of the academic exercise. Take note. Also, failure to realize and appreciate the complexity of dealing with people. So, isa to sa kung ang mga taong makikipag-deal, say for example, as part of our orientation, talagang itong magiging CI team, dapat ay ganun siya na talagang kaya niyang humarap. Even say for example, the top management, if they need to go to mga high-ranking officials to talk about this, para ma-convince sila on this. So talagang nandun tayo sa process of dealing with people. So you should have the guts, you should have the courage, at saka talagang maging confident kayo dun sa gagawin ninyong proyekto na whoever will be included in the process ay nandun ang inyong power, ang inyong positivity to convince them to support you in the project and to make them realize talaga na it's not them that you are checking, but rather the system where they are all involved. Okay, failure to properly scope the projects. So laging ganon, ang ating project should be hindi pa pwedeng katulad din ng mga researches, yung scope and limitations natin. There should be may specific scope. Kung yun lang yung sakop natin at this time, be specific, yun lang siya. Sabi ko nga kanina, wag dagdagan ng others pa kasi hindi na tayo matatapos, or else or other also magiging complicated yung ginagawa nating project. Okay, facilitator or coach does not allow transfer of solution ownership to the CI team and eventually to the process owner. So, kasi definitely after studying this or after having this project, kapag na-check ng ating CI team yung specific project na yon, nagkaroon ng bagong proseso, so definitely those processes should be transferred directly to the process owner at talagang siya is gagawin. So nandun na tayo sa i-roll out na yung solution natin na ginawa. From that, at definitely, yan magiging standardized na siya at magiging practice na ng whole school. Yun ang sinasabi natin na intervention na pwede niyong i-claim as the CI team. Okay, CI team does not communicate properly with school administration. Ito po yung isa sa mga problema. When we were and having this training, isa po sa mga factors na ganyan, yung mga chosen to be the CI masters, parang gano'n na katataas, gano'n na confident na pagdating po sa mga schools, ay parang hindi na ini-inform yung kanilang mga school heads. Basta na lang sila ganito, i-check namin itong ganitong proseso, which is should not be the case. Tandaan po natin, ang school head natin ang siyang nakakaalam ng lahat-lahat sa school. At katulad nga nung term natin, nakatok-katok lang, respeto sa bawat isa, since she's the one staying in the school, so everything that you will be doing should be known to him or to her. Lahat po ay kinakailangang may permission letter, kung kinakailangan nyo magkaroon ng orientation, kung kinakailangan nyo magkaroon ng meeting with the school administration, so definitely kailangan siyang gawin before the start of your project. Everything that will transpire in your project should be known by your school head. And definitely, ang school head for school administration is number one. Siya ang pinaka-top nating member ng ating organization in the CI. Okay, lack of concept and understanding of a process, isa siya. So isa sa nakikita kong nagiging maling proseso natin, say for example is, itong CI kasi talaga is a process based from my understanding, kasi nga po, isang nagiging misconception dito na after having this problem, akala nila ay yun na. So say for example ko lang po, it happens with us sa Bacoor, yung, pasensya na kayo na mention ko pa rin yung Bacoor. Kasi that is where doon kami nag-ano ng aming mga coaches na ganyan. So yung po, we were given 8 schools. So isa sa misconception nila po, say for example, they wanted to involve reading. Sabi nila, kailangan nila ng reading intervention. Ang kabilin-bilinan sa amin before, since intervention, alam mo na yung gagawin. So it's not actually the process to be solved. So possibly mayroong proseso under your intervention pa, depending your intervention, alin ba siya? Possibly ba the preparation of the materials, so the preparation of materials process, or mismong delivery of the intervention, yung proseso natin mismo ang gagawin, hindi yung steps ng intervention na ginagawa natin sa ating mga bata. So, kailangan na sa CI, sa CI team natin, should have the deep understanding of the process. Okay, lack of proper stakeholder management. Ayan, you should be able to manage your own stakeholders. Alam mo kung sino-sino sila. At the beginning pa lang, after having your title, after having your background, yan ay na-identify niyo na kung sino-sino ang inyong mga stakeholders. The primary, secondary, tertiary, the internal, and the external stakeholders. They are all important dito sa gagawin ninyong pag-aaral. They are very important sa project na inyong gagawin. Kaya po, kailangan nating i-manage sila, meaning be able to inform them, have an open communication with them, and also yung realization sa kanila, make them really realize, paulit-ulit kong sinasabi na it is not them that you are checking or want to change, but rather it is the system wherein they are in. Ano po? So know how to manage your stakeholders. Okay, also some of the challenges, mismatch of project and the team members. Say, for example, you will be focusing on although a specific area, focus kayo sa math, wherein ang lahat naman ninyong mga members ng team na nagkataon po is members ng other, say for example, mga APP teachers, yung mga master teachers natin somewhat not related to this. So somehow, yung kanilang qualifications din, something like that, yung mga team members natin should be chosen sa talaga based sa kanilang capability at sa yung talagang kaya nilang i-share sa project na gagawin natin. Okay, CI team have no expectation or prospect of proper reward or recognition. So, dapat hindi siya ganun at after this ay talagang kailangan nating ma-reward ba ng school na ganun? Kailangan bang may equivalent na ganun? So, after having that, parang napakasarap ng feeling sa atin na ma-realize natin na nabago yung sistema because of us, because of the study that we have conducted. So, it's not always that the reward or the recognition na dapat nating i-expect this time, but mainly dito sa CI na to, napaka-importante na yung matuto tayo. Definitely, yung ating learning dito ay sapat na para masabi natin na tayo is very much lucky to have being chosen as member of the CI team. Okay, CI projects is not included in the performance appraisals. Take note, yung CI projects ninyo, hindi siya pwedeng dahil ikaw is part of the CI team who were able to
to create a good project. So possibly it could be a part of your plus factor, but definitely dahil ikaw ay magaling at nakitang maayos sa ganito, pero yung performance mo naman in other areas ay hindi naman okay, so this should not be the basis of your performance appraisal. Could be a part, may portion siya na po pwedeng isali natin, but definitely this not totally measure kung paano yung ibibigay sa inyo yung inyong mga performances, hindi yung performance ninyo sa creation ng inyong CI projects or the CI project itself. Problems are not dealt with or clearly understood in a fact-based manner. So laging sinasabi natin, ano yung palabas sa TV, yung bawal ang judgmental, mahina po. Bawal ang judgmental, something like that. So ang atin dito sa CI, lahat tayo is fact. Okay, the information, meron tayong mga basis. Yung mga fact natin sa school will be utilized in having this one at hindi po pwedeng hula-hula lang yung ating gagawing mga basis dito. Okay, failure to leverage on CI tools for high quality analysis, imaginative ideas, and for identifying appropriate solutions. Yun po. May mga CI tools tayo na gagamitin, kaya dapat siya is naka-leverage doon. Hindi pwedeng imagination lang, perception lang natin, ay kasi ito yun eh. Palagay ko ito siya, something like that. But we really, kasama sa proseso po ng ating gagawin is yung talagang base siya sa mga tools na gagamitin natin para at least mag-come up tayo talaga sa appropriate solution doon sa problem na gusto po natin na i-solve. Okay, so ito po yung ating CI project template. Actually, I will not be discussing everything kasi nga po step by step tayo. Sabi ko, portion lang po ang i-deal ko dito sa sa assess stage, take note. Dito sa atin pong pinag-uusapan ngayon with me as your speaker sa stage 1, step 1 and 2. So we will be dealing only with the project title, also with the background. So, under this, makikita natin po yung name of the school and the project team members. Also sa ating background, the school profile, and the work highlights, the BOC, and the project scoping, which is and the current state. So although siya is part ng assess one, so that will be discussed naman po by my co-facilitator mamaya-maya po. So yun siya. So we are having this, the stage 1 also, the assess and analyze, and the stage 3, the act. So ito po yung mga kailangan nating i-prepare. Ito yung mga pagdadaanan natin. So sabi po namin, pinag-usapan namin to in our meeting with the CI team, the management team, na ito pong refresher course na to. It's not like anymore na talaga dahil nga tayo is naka-virtual, pero we will be making you experience how to do each stage, something like that, yung mga activities natin. So, hindi na katulad nung last time. So, although ang daming nag-comment when we did yung ating mga pagpapalipad ng eroplano, remember that? Sabi nila, bakit hindi na lang pumili ng isang project na related sa DepEd? So, ito kasi yung kasing CI, kasi hindi lang siya sa DepEd, but in all government organizations ay ikinonduct to. At to generally show that CI process, nagkataon ang ginamit natin is yung pagpapalipad ng eroplano. Pero this time po, as part of our agreement po, as a part of our talk with the group, so parang nag-isip kami ng isang project wherein ito is nakapokus naman dito sa atin sa DepEd na we will realize. So step by step na pagdadaanan po natin sila at makita natin kung paano ginagawa o ma-refresh sa atin kung paano ginagawa yung bawat step. Okay, so yan na po. Nakikita nyo yung inyong mga gagawin sa future state, objective statement, solution generation, value analysis, improve processes diagram. So ito po yung template na kailangan ninyong i-accomplish in the whole CI journey. So okay, so after that, so let us see the CI project background. Ito po ay isa, so after having that title, so say for example, seeing the problem in your school, so or nagkaroon na kayo ng idea kung ano yung nakikita niyong problema sa school, so ito yung una nating dapat gawin. So alamin natin yung magiging CI project background natin. And CI project background has two components. Take note. This is composed of a brief definition or description of the problem or issue. So ano ba yung issue, ano yung problem na nakikita mo sa iyong eskwelahan? So after that, the statement of the broad organizational problem. Medyo ano na ba siya? And when we say broad organizational problem, Take note, this is a problem statement, or a problem statement is a statement that specifies the gap between the current actual performance level. So, and the targeted standard performance level. So, meron kayong current or actual versus the target. So, it highlights the deviation of the current performance from the specified performance standard. So, kita siya, ano ba yung gap? Kailangan nating makita na may gap siya to really show that there is a problem. Sabi nga po, database set tayo. So from that data, makikita natin may gap ba sa kanila. And in choosing this gap, so marami tayong makikitang problem sa school. So isa sa naituro sa amin, o pwede rin mabanggit during the coaching natin, siguro personal na rin siya, pero i-mention ko na rin siya ngayon. So isa siya sa tinitignan is yan, yung mga percentage na yan. So analyzing all those problems in the school, nakita nyo may 22%, 50%, 60%, 70%, something like that. Ganyan kasi, kailangan nating tignan talaga kung ano yung impact ng problema dun sa ating mga ginagawa para mapili talaga natin kung ano yung unang problema or unang project na dapat nating i-conduct. So, talagang the gap, looking at the gap, I will really say kung talagang dapat nating piliin siya as the topic of our project. Okay. So broad problem statement formulation. So ito na siya. In cases where there are no set standards, say for example, walang nakaset na standards, it may be established through benchmarking, use of acceptable industry performance levels. So kita nyo industry pa siya. Use of baseline performance data or adoption of the national or international requirements. Dito papasok yung ating mga legal basis. Ano po? So lahat siya kailangan siyang anchor, may mga pinagbabasihan kayo of what you are doing. So pwede siyang yan kung may mga standard tayo na pagbabasihan siya. It's very important na mayroon po tayo nito para makita po natin yung gap. Okay, here is the sample of the CI project background. Tingnan po natin po. So yung topic niya is the numerates are pupils who can add, subtract, multiply, and divide whole numbers and can solve problems involving the 4 fundamental operations. Ito po yung kanyang sinasabing simple background. Then ito na po yung kanyang gap na sinasabi. Only 3 out of 178 or 1.7% of grade 4 pupils are numerates in terms of scores in project and all numerates. The school wanted to attain 100% of these pupils to achieve the level numerates. So ito is project sa mathematics wherein ang numerates, take note po, it was defined in the first bullet. So it can be sa actual natin, pwede siyang gawin as na form of paragraph. So ito po siya. Then after that, yung ating standard na gagamitin, ayan po, the school wanted to attain the 100% standard of these pupils in, ayan, to achieve the level of numerate. So ito yung sample niya, ganito siya kasimple. Pero kapag dumating na tayo sa actual project natin, so little magkaroon depending on the discussion ng situation ng school regarding dun sa issue na gusto ninyong i-address, it can be added. Ano po? Pero dito, as simple as this one, na yan, you're going to say a simple background kung bakit yun ang napili ninyo, how important is numeracy to our students. Then yung actual situation ninyo sa school will be the second lead focus dito po sa ating project background. Okay? So school-based CI organizational structure. Punta na po tayo dito, okay? Paano ba i-create yung ating mga organizational structure? Okay, the CI organizational structure, School Governing Council, take note, ayan po nasa top po natin yung ating school head. So yung school CI facilitator, ito yung mga natin, trainees na nandito po natin. The school CI trainer, meron tayong kinreate na CI team 1, team 2, and team 3 if ever that we will be involving others. So ito siya. Take note of the SGC member. Alam naman po natin yan in the school kung sino-sino sila. Part of our SBM, talagang napaka-popular ng SGC na to. The teacher's president, student government, president ng PTA, LGU, NGO, the alumni representative. So they compose of the CI organizational structure. Okay, so who composes the team? So yung mga kasama sa team, ito yung sinasabi na dapat daw is creative and open-minded. Yun po siya ha. Hindi siyang medyo conceited o ito lang siya, medyo close ng kanyang pag-iisip, something like that. But they should be open-minded, and yung creativity is nasa kanila to really think of the way, to really think of the process, kung paano siya makakatulong, kung paano i-address yung sinasabing problema. Okay, they must be a good team players, hindi yung mga pikon or whatever na ang daming consideration sa mga sarili. So isa pa lang siya, lahat talaga is in every aspect, in every step of the journey, dapat nandun sila. Kasama sila, yung opinions nila ay needed sa bawat step. So nandun sila to share with them, hindi yung, ay naku, ayoko, parang nasapawan ako doon, hindi na ako magko-comment ng ganito, something like that. Yung selfishness natin, alisin natin kapag nandun na tayo sa start ng ating CI project. So kung ito man ay, yan, I'm sorry dun sa mga words sa mga nandito. So if ever na may mga bato-bato sa langit tamaan ay okay lang magalit basta ako ay hindi galit sa inyo, something like that. Just discussing to you these things. So kasi pagka ganitong kailangan natin talaga siya. So if ever na ganun tayo, so still we can adjust. Sabi nga po natin is education is learning, the continuous learning. Alam natin yung mali, alam natin yung dapat na i-adjust. So kung tayo is hindi ganoon ka good team players before, so this time, it's high time na talagang para mas maganda, maging maganda yung ating project, mas talagang mailabas natin yung katotohanan at mas maayos natin yung sistema, we should be that good team players. Okay, well respected among peers, stakeholders, and other school leaders. So say for example, kung ang ating members ay talagang kaaway ng lahat sa school na hindi makahingi ng data dun sa isa kasi kaaway niya, something like that, that must also be considered. So dapat kahit papaano is yung iginagalang at may magandang reputation sa school. So same with the stakeholders, baka hindi po pwedeng pumunta kay kapitan kasi nga is kaaway ni kapitan, something like that. Or hindi kayang lumapit sa school head kasi isa siya sa mga critic ni school head na palagi na lang kinokontra yung sinasabi ni school head. So take note of this, please consider this, at kung sakasakali if you are not this person, so you can still qualify yourself. Kaya pang gawin po, kayang i-adjust yan. Kaya pang i-adjust yung ating mga based from our learnings here. Okay, so yung ating team selection criteria, so yung ideal team size natin is 3 to 8. May smaller team size tayo na 3 to 4 to make it or to work faster. Tapos yung teams greater than 8 require additional facilitation and other require sub-teams. So take note na hindi natin po pwedeng i-involve dito yung mga bigla na lang nating pupulutin, something like that. Kahit papaano is dapat is nag-undergo na ng training or else wala tayong magagawin kundi mag-discuss sa kanila kung ano yung step by step na dapat gawin at kung ano yung mga dapat na iproseso. Okay, so who are your stakeholders? Ito po ay alam na po natin, yung ating mga internal stakeholders. So dito tayo sa school head, the CI facilitator, and the whole CI team. Ayan po yung other stakeholders natin. Take note yung process owner nung ating isasubject sa ating study, the students, the parent, community, and others na maaaring ma-involve based dun sa project po na ating pipiliin. Okay, sino naman yung process owner? Katulad po ng sinabi ko sa kanina, the process owner, so overall process. So worries about the overall processes or process health. So yung talagang totally concerned of the process. Has the responsibility and authority to manage and improve the process. So nasa kanyang mga kamay po nakasalalay kung mai-improve ba yung process o hindi. Kaya dapat talaga is maging cooperative siya, makuha niyo yung kanyang puso, makuha niyo kanyang attention, makuha yung kanyang full support and cooperation dun sa gagawin po natin. So that is how important the process owner is sa gagawin po nating CI project. So whoever they are, so alam na po ang gagawin, pag-isipan na yung mga strategies if ever na may mga hidden attitude sila, hindi po mawawala sa tao yan. So pag-aralan na po yung technique na gagawin to really convince them to participate in your project. Okay, so I am done with this one. So ito po ay ang aking activity. Katulad po nung na-mention ko kanina, sabi ko may mga activities tayo, na-mention na rin ito ni Ma'am Mean. So in this activity, you will be subjected dun sa, anong tawag doon, sa room, wherein naka-ready na po yung inyong template na paglalagyan nito. So I have here a data wherein you're going to craft a working title. So laging sinasabi, ang term ko po dyan ay working title kasi unless you are through with your project, at least matapos mo na siya talaga totally. Kasi as you go along with the process, ay may mga makikita kayo na ay kailangang palitan to, kailangang i-reward to, something like that. Kaya ang term ko is the working CI project working CI project title, and you're going to develop the CI project background based on this data. So, i-reiterate ko lang po yung sample. Ito yung kanina at ito yung background. A little discussion on how important numeracy is to our pupils. Ito na po siya, yung little discussion noon. Plus, the next po, ganito lang kasimple yung inyong gagawin based from the data that I will be presenting. Then, ipapakita nyo na po yung gap to show that there is really something to improve in this system. So, ito na po siya. Kita nyo siya, 3 out of 178 or 1.7%. Or you can have it baligtarin nyo. What is 178 over 3? 178 minus 3 is 175. 175 over 178 to show the impact. Although it is sample na po ng region. Kasi isa sa mga natutunan ko sa CI coaching, parang ipakita mo yung impact niya. So what is the percentage of pupils are non-numerates? So kung makikita nyo, so it could be, ito ay part po ng mga example nila, pero as part po na talagang makita natin na talagang 1.7 kung siya is 98 or 97% of the grade 4 pupils are non-numerates. That is why talagang it's very important to address this problem. So take note po ulit, balikan po ulit. It is first is a little discussion, brief introduction of the topic that you are going to, the title of the project you want to put into study, plus the second page is the gap. And take note, from this po, nakita nito, ang title, meron na siya ditong working title na all numerates. So, AN. Ano po? So, kayo po, from this data, try to have this background and also your project working title. Okay. So, ito na po yung data niya bago kayo i-subject sa inyong mga rooms. Okay, teachers passing of the test results. Kung makikita nyo po dito, so also it is mentioned before kasi na pwede siyang magkaroon ng deeper investigation noong previous years ba ay ito ay tawag dito, naging problema na rin. So nakita po yung difference, nakita po talaga na ito is nagiging problema na po ng eskwelahan na ito. Wherein ito po yung mga test na dapat po ipasa, the pre-test. Okay, so days po, pass the results on time, teachers na nakapagpasa po. So out of how many teachers are involved? Okay, so 5 lang ang nakapagpasa po ng pre-test, something like that. Ang hindi po nakapagpasa is 11, so total of 16 teachers. Okay, so total, ito yung nakita natin yung gap na 67.59% of these teachers, ayan, did not pass the test result on time. So kung i-relate po natin ito sa ating KPIs, so take note, saan ba siya, natin pwede siya sa teacher's performance, di ba? Kasi dito sa ating teacher's performance, although partly sabi ko is pwede siyang isama sa ating IPCRF, yung ating mga submission ng ating mga reports, it is measured dun sa ating part punctuality, something like that. Then yung ating, remember sa ating meron tayong QET sa ating mga performances, the quality, efficiency, and the time. So the timeliness really counts. Ano po? So importante siya kasi actually this is a part of my isa sa mga coach ko tong study na to. And really kaya ito is naging subject ng kanilang aside from the given data na talagang kailangang i-address, isa sa naging problema before ay nag-aaway-away na yung mga teachers. Kasi po ay sa paghahabol na kailangang may mga due dates na kailangang i-meet sa division office, ang daming teachers talaga na hindi mako-comply. So eto siya, gagawa natin siya ng working title. Ano kayang magandang title dito? Sabi ko nga, the title that you will be making, so we're not going to say na it's wrong or wala kaming doon. So it's based from your analysis, based from the data, ito yung naisip ninyong title, so be it. Tapos discuss a little gap of this regarding this teachers passing of the test result. So kung okay na po siya, you will be subjected sa ating, ano ba yung tawag niya sa room? Hindi masyadong aware. Okay, so you will all be going there. May mga facilitator po na papasok sa inyo. Then you will be having that for 5 minutes. Take note mga dear. 5 minutes kasi madali naman siya. Napakasimple ng CI project background na gagawin natin. Wala pang elaboration on the school situation. Little lang po on the importance, a little background plus the gap sa second paragraph. So something like that. Then after that, after magawa po in 5 minutes, given po yung timer natin, So, sabi nga ni Ma'am Mian kanina, roleta ang gagamitin natin dito. I suggest this, nakita ko kasi ito na napaka-effective na way sa aming sa CID, especially kapag nagkakaroon kami ng meeting na lahat kami is nabibigyan ng opportunity, hindi isa lang ang magpe-prepare, dalawa lang ang magpe-prepare. But everybody talaga will be exerting effort to finish their output kasi baka sila din ang matawag dito. So, roleta ang gagamitin natin. You will be given 3 minutes to present po yung to discuss or to say a little about the chosen project title and also the background that you have prepared. So isa lang yung pipiliin, tapos dun sa mga susunod na steps, yung school na mapipili, hindi na siya kasali, medyo aalisin na siya. At lahat po is magkakaroon ng chance na mapili in the whole process ng ating CI training. So with that po, punta muna po tayo sa ating...
But
Ma'am,
before
ano?
that, ma'am, thank you very
Sige.
much, Ma'am Beth. Very comprehensive po ang ating discussion.